this is what we need to make our school successful. And you know, when you're challenged with raising academic achievement, you need to be able to have the tools to make that happen. And when you don't have control over that, it's frustrating because you know you're not going to be able to get where you need to go.
Kristin Waters' doctoral dissertation at DU was based on her first year as principal at Denver's Bruce Randolph School, which at the time was easily one of the worst performing middle schools in the district. But the dysfunction didn't deter Waters. She had started her career, after all, teaching in the notorious South Central neighborhood of Los Angeles.
It was right in the middle or beginning of gang activity, and right in the heart of that. And it really helped me recognize that education is really a way to turn around young people's lives.
I attended Leadership Denver Education Day, which was hosted by the Denver Chamber Foundation, and got to meet Kristin there. I knew immediately. It wasn't as much of an interview as it was a conversation about education reform, and some of the things that needed to happen in order to make sure that our students were achieving. And I knew instantly that she was the kind of leader I wanted to work for.
Teachers at Bruce Randolph, like Ben Jackson, were inspired to follow Dr. Waters' lead, working to show the DPS administration building that with more autonomy, more freedom to operate and make their own decisions, the outcome could be better for students.
People that were downtown telling us how to spend our money and where to spend our money and how long our day could be and who we could hire and when we could hire them. And that really got in the way of making sure that our students were achieving. The people who know our students best should make the decisions about what affects them.
When teachers start thinking about this, it's like this burden has been lifted off their shoulders, and they come up with all these, like, wow, we could do that. And then we backtrack and say, okay, well, if you want to put these things in place, what waivers do you need? Well, that doesn't require a waiver. This might require a waiver. So really get them to take off the blinders and think about the possibilities. And it really, you can see teachers just, whoa, this is cool to be able to have this control.
Before Dr. Waters took over Bruce Randolph, it was actually rated as the worst middle school in the state of Colorado. Recently, on the DPS School Performance Framework, we were rated based on those metrics as one of the top growth schools in terms of student achievement, as well as a distinguished school in terms of our overall achievement, something that would have never been possible 5 years ago before Dr. Waters took over.
Part of Dr. Waters' job now is to meet with staff at other schools who want to find the same route to success. Because of what Waters did at Bruce Randolph, the state passed the Innovation Schools Act in 2008.
I know these are best practices for teaching and for learning and for instruction. And what if we could take these practices that we believe in to what people say is the hardest to serve school and demonstrate success.
Teachers in the building always joke about the sound of Dr. Waters' high heels clicking along the floor as she's coming down the hallway. And when she walked in, you wanted to be on your best in order to impress Dr. Waters.
You know, when you have hard decisions to make and you look at the students day in and day out and make every decision based on what is best for them, it's easy.